back at it again. I kind of took a hiatus. I don't got many followers, but I do appreciate everybody that has subscribed and watched the videos and continue to watch, man. Just kind of starting out, but I took a video back in May of me sitting at a well waiting on fill. I'm out here in the West Texas Oilfield, man. Just trying to make it, man. I got out here. Another shout out to H-Town Trucker, man. He's been out here for a hot minute. He's really one of the people who inspired me to kind of hop out here. Bought my own truck, and I just kind of started doing this. And I'm hauling. What I'm hauling is I got a 2015 Peterbilt, and what I'm hauling right now is bulk frac sand, and I've got a blower on my truck. So I'm working with this company. I mean, the company's great to work for, just really slow. Just a lot of drivers, man, and zipping up heads basically mean you're topping them off and you're getting ready to move to another one. And loads keep going down. We've had some storms and stuff, so loads have been really slow. I'm going to be making a switch. I'll make another video once I make the switch. I'm going to be hauling sandbox. So I'm going to hop over there and see what that's about. Long-term goal by the next couple months, if sandbox can pick up and go the way I need it to go. I've got money saved up. I'm going to get my own authority. There's going to be way more money in there. So for example, like right now, the loads that I'm hauling right now, bulk sand pneumatic, pulling their trailer, my tractor, my power, it's sitting right at about 72%, which is decent. You know, if you're doing your own, if you're pulling your own, if you're in your own truck and you're pulling their trailer. Well, the company I'm going to is doing 80%, and you rent their trailer for $200 a week. And I did the math on that, man. From the 10% that they're taking out for me to haul my trailer, their trailer on my truck, and then that $200 a week, it's pretty much cut in half of the revenue that they're taking from you. Sandboxes, they say it's a little faster. There's a lot of detention time. It's about the same, but I'm gonna hop over there and see what it's about, and I'm gonna keep it documented and let you guys along on the journey and show kind of where I'm going. I'm not trying to be like this major YouTuber. It'd be cool, you know, if I can inspire a couple people and just share some knowledge, because that's really what that's really where my mindset is, sharing information the way that I got it. If I have an idea, I want to be able to hop on here and find somebody, or maybe a couple of people that are trying to get into what I'm doing, and that way I can figure out and basically culminate a plan for myself. And that's what I would like, you know, other people to do with this information. You know, take it, use it, you have an idea, and this is something that you want to do. Well, too easy. You've got, you know, people in the YouTube community where after looking at a couple of videos, you'll be able to formulate a plan for yourself and be a successful, honestly, if you be a successful, you know, person, whether that be, you know, for my niche, you know, owning a truck and stuff like that, whether that be, you know, you try to get in business for yourself, running under your own authority, or just trying to get your family right and get into a successful, you know, business path for yourself and allow yourself to grow, because everybody's success is different. You know, my success maybe you know, maybe a boat and a truck and then like a little house. You know, other people's is like a mansion and like 100 acres. And they want to get there and they want to make like 6 figures a year. You know, that's everybody's different, but I'm hoping that these videos will help and inspire and push people to better themselves and do better. You know, the more you know, the better you do. You know, so that's kind of why I'm making these videos. Right now, I'm picking up a load and taking it out. I came from Kermit. I'm taking it out to Toya to this wellhead that we've been working on since I've been back, at least for a couple weeks. The company that I'm with wants 21 days on, 7 days off. It's pretty typical, unless you own your own authority and you're pulling, you know, loads for them. You can pretty much take whatever you want, which is what I want to do. I don't like to be owned for anybody. I don't like to be owned by anybody. There we go. Like, I guess just kind of working for the man. You know what I mean? That's what I don't like. I don't like to, you know, punch a time clock. And I still have my freedom. I still make pretty decent money when it's running good. But at the same time, I just can't, you know, go and leave, you know, in the middle of the week if I got something, and, you know, that's going to be on me. No, the company's going to kind of frown on that. But going out here, going to drop this load off, blow it down, and After that, it's it. It's been real slow. Maybe one load every 2 days. So this other company, they're running 13 wellheads. So hopefully it's pretty good. It's all in Sandbox. I've never done it. Talking to, I guess, looking at H-Town Truckers videos, the settlements right now for me are somewhere about ballpark. After taking out money for my fuel, I pay for my own fuel. I don't use the comm data. They charge you like a fee. So just for me, especially if you're getting into it, just pitch your pennies, suck it up, and just pay for your own fuel. I use my fuel cheap. Like out here, I'll run pretty good. A lot of these guys, I was actually talking about how much they spend on fuel, like anywhere from like 12 to like some dude was like $1,700 a week. Now I keep my fuel at 1,000, and the number one key thing in keeping it like that is not running the AC all the time. Like right now, I'm running it now so y'all can hear me. Hopefully it's not too loud. I got to replace my door seal, so if there's wind, I'm sorry. I'll get that corrected next time. But that's one of the reasons, one of the ways that I save money. Don't run my AC all the time. Yeah, it's a little hot, a little sweaty, but it gets you acclimated. So when you're out there blowing down, my body can already handle the heat because I'm already acclimated, with not having AC. And I save money. When I go to bed, I run the AC. I have APU, which I got to get fixed. I think I need to get the AC recharged, repressured. My Freon's low. I got to check all that out. But so far, so good. This is my first truck I've owned. I just kind of hopped out here. I'm just trying to get it. Just trying to save up money, really. I don't see... Maybe back in the day when it was running hard and good, I saw, reason for multiple trucks. And there was a time when I got into this, I had an opportunity to buy a couple of trucks, about 3, and, put them into this. And I decided not to do that. What I ended up doing is just trying my truck out, saving my money, and I'm glad I did because I actually had some repairs I needed to take care of coming out here when I came back from my first hitch. And I'm glad I did that. Always keep a cushion. That's one thing that I learned from a lot of these hotshot truckers on YouTube and just kind of the trucking community. It's pretty much unanimous across the board. Have cushion. Have money in your bank account. You never know what could happen. Perfect example, I follow Piglet a lot. Go check out his channel. Probably doesn't know me. I'm kind of at the bottom of the totem pole in the YouTube community, but go check out Piglet, man. That guy is a plethora. And that's kind of, and I'll get into that here in a second, of hotshotting. That guy's a plethora of knowledge. He's done a lot. He knows exactly what he's talking about. I'm always a cross-examiner, So I've actually done my own research. I've taken him at face value. I've kind of heard what he said. I always took it with a little grain of salt. And in the beginning, I was like, nah, I don't know. I did my own research, and I've actually talked to other truckers and asked them, hey, this, that, and the other, do you need money for cushion? And they all agree, it's pretty unanimous. If you're going to be a truck owner, but you're basically a business owner. If you buy your own truck and you get into this, you're a business owner, bro. Or lady, you're a business owner. There's no other way around it. So you got to manage your money right. Another guy that I check out, he's pretty new on the scene, is Rocketship Trucker. I think I'm saying that wrong. I'll get his name down. I'll have his name in the link in the description. And there's a couple other people. But I'm listening to these guys, man, and I'm taking that and I'm running forward. Again, I'm a product of what I believe the YouTube was really designed for. I think in the beginning it was designed for, just I'm going to post a funny video, it's going to be great. People got famous. But at the same time, there's also, if you get away from that and you start, wanting to better yourself, you can find and educate yourself on YouTube. You can hop into something about after researching it for a couple months and looking on YouTube, and you can, I wouldn't say a subject matter expert, but you have a basic understanding of what you're doing going forward, and then you apply what you've learned and taken notes, and I mean you could do something, you could be something. I'm a perfect example, prime example of that. I'm not going to say that I'm super successful, but I'm blessed. I'll put it like that. Where I'm wanting to go with this is always another thing that an old man told me. Have a plan. One, you can make a lot of money out here. When the oil heads are running right, you're running hard. I'm telling you that now. If you're out here and you're trying to get it, I'm a hustler. I don't ever say no to dispatch. I don't have a set schedule. You're running hard. It's not a game. I mean, if you do it just right and have your hours right, I mean, it's kind of illegal, kind of legal. It muddles the line. But, I mean, I've gotten 4 loads in on my time clock. My time clock's only 12 hours, you know, and I have 15 hours on duty time. I've got 4 loads, 5 loads actually. I got 5 loads in one day. And so I actually looked at my settlement. If y'all want me to do a settlement review, you know, let me know. Comment in the description below. When I get a little bigger, I'll post my email and kind of share more information. But yeah, I've gotten 5 loads, and that culminates out. I mean, 3,000 in like 24 hours, something like that, almost a day. So, but I was running hard. I was hustling for it. My blower was running good, trailer was running good. I set my sand up just right, and I was blowing down. They say, a lot of the old heads say you can blow down in 30 minutes. I haven't gotten there yet, but that time and now I'm getting my blowdowns down in about 40 minutes, 35 minutes. I'm trying to get to 30. I haven't got there yet, but between 35 and 45 minutes, I'll blow down sand. I'll blow down 48,000 pounds of sand. Nothing. I have a pretty big blower. It's a 1080 Tuthill. I'm blowing sand. Like, I'm pushing. I push my truck a little harder when it's time to blow down. They say you're not supposed to push it over 1,200 RPMs. I push it to 14. And the trick is when you're doing that, you let your blower cool down. So while I'm pulling up all my tubes and get my paperwork ready, my blower is cooling down. I'm letting that oil settle back down, and I haven't had any problems. So I'll have to run my blower eventually, probably once or twice a week, maybe for like 10-15 minutes so it doesn't seize up, because I'm going to be hauling sandbox, so I'm probably not going to be using it. But I digress. Where I'm leading to with this is kind of my plan. I was talking about a second ago, you know, plan. What am I going to do with this? Why am I going to be out here? What am I doing out here? Again, like I was saying, I was talking to the old man, it's not going to last forever. My plan for this year, and by next year, plan for this year is to get the authority. I'm going to get my authority and hope that y'all can follow me along with the journey on how I get that. I'll explain how the process was. I know there's tons of YouTubers on here that'll explain it too. I got that knowledge from them. And I'll post them. There's a real cool dude, black dude, and I want to say it's Manny Transport. I'm probably butchering that, but again, I'll put that in the link to the description below, like I said earlier. Real cool dude, Army dude, just like myself, man, military guy. I think he said he was 82nd Airborne, 101st Airborne, Lieutenant. So, if you're watching this, my bad. But really business-minded, and I really learned a lot from him. He's still running. He's still making YouTube videos. Go check him out. When I put the link down there, check him out. Real cool dude. Really family-oriented, too. And he's actually expanded from there. Like, he's doing other stuff. He's starting to get into real estate. I was going to try to go see his... he actually had a speaking convention. I want to say it was kind of teaching you about brokering and stuff like that in Houston. I wasn't able to make it. I want to say it was a couple months ago. I just wasn't able to make it. I was actually coming off with an deployment, military deployment. I'm still in the National Guard. Coming off with a military deployment, so I didn't have time to do that. But that's I'm all over the place. That's my goal. I want to get my LLC. Once I have my own authority, really nobody can really tell you anything. You technically are a legit business owner. You have a tax ID number. You're doing your own thing. You're running it. You're the sole proprietor, unless you want to try to go in with somebody. I'm just doing it. I was going to go in with a buddy of mine. He wasn't where he needed to be, so I'm doing it all on my own. Once I have that, I mean, the sky's the limit. My plan is to either, if the sandbox is running good, stay out here. I'm going to save up on my off time. I actually talked to the Federal Motor Carriers. I actually called them straight up. I like to just cold call people. It's good to still research. I'll still look online, but sometimes I like to just call the office and like, hey, this is my question. Is this right or wrong? And my question was to them is, hey, can I run under, say I'm working for somebody I'm leased on, and I have my own LLC, can I take their authority off since I have my own LLC, even though I'm leased to them, and say on the weekends, can I run loads on my own? Since I have my own authority, my own insurance, I'm doing my own plates, IFTA, my own ELD, I'm doing all of it. But the only thing is I'm running loads for these guys. what can I do that? And he was like, as long as everything is in loose my company's going to be Loose Transportation. My company is Loose Transportation. Loose Trucking. Soon it's going to be Loose Trucking LLC. So as long as everything is in that name, guy at Federal Motor Carrier said, yeah. I mean, as long as his is covered up or taken off, yeah, it's under your authority. You're still pulling loads. You're good. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the description below. But that's straight from the horse's mouth. I called their 1-800 number, and I got that from a representative, and I actually got it in an email. That's what they said. So if that's changed, I did that a couple months ago. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I'm just saying I got it straight from them. So I'm taking that to the bank. So what I'm going to do is keep my truck out here in the oil field. I'm going to run sandbox. I'm going to build my fleet. My wife's going to want to try to drive on the authority. We've got a Dodge Dually, 3500. We're going to stock a trailer on there. She doesn't have her CDL, so we're going to try her out non-CDL just to make a little extra money on the side. And then I can run with her. What I've got to do also is research, and I want to say they said it in my videos. I think Piglet said it as well. Go check his videos out. He's got a comparison between CDL hotshot and non-CDL hotshot. He does non-CDL hotshot, and he does pretty good. Yeah, he's plugged in. My MC number and DOT number is going to be fairly new, so I'm probably going to have a tad bit of a difficult time finding loads until it ages. The key, really what I've learned and what I've researched in the industry, the golden number really to get decent loads and stay afloat is about 90 days, so 3 months. You can still get loads before that. They may not be the greatest, but you can still get loads and you can still survive. So with her, she doesn't want to run too hard. She maybe wants to run a week at a time, but I'm still out here running. So we're aging our DOT number. 2, we're also making a little extra money on my LLC, and then when I'm off, I can drive as well. I have a CDL. I have had my CDL for 3 years. So a lot of the insurance companies give me a really decent rate. Like for this truck, and I've actually gotten a quote to have my own trailer on here. I don't have anything on my record or anything like that. My insurance plus my, I do have insurance on this trailer. I'm paying my own insurance. I have $1 million coverage, and I have liability over and under insured on this trailer plus bobtail insurance. For the year, I'm paying $11,000 for the year. That's it, and I'm good. $11,000. I'm not joking. $11,000. So, doing pretty good there. But what I've got to see and what I've got to research, and maybe y'all can answer, is when she's running non-CDL and she's pulling loads that are under, I think, 10,000 pounds, so gross vehicle weight, it has to be cumulatively 26,001 pounds. So what if I'm driving, can I jump that up since I have my CDL? I have the air brake, suspension, all that good stuff. That's what I've got to research. Or is there going to take more registration and more paperwork in order to flip that over? That's something I've got to look into. And once either somebody comments on it below, or maybe in the next video, I'll try to get that information. I'll try to research that and get it out. Is that possible? So that's something I'm going to look into. But that's kind of the way we're wanting to go. Over the road, it just seems to be more decent, steady money. I feel, me personally, you can really, 1, write your own hours. 2, you're kind of your own boss out there. You can get the loads. If you don't want to haul heavy stuff, heavy freight, you don't have to. You can be picky. Here, hauling sand, it's straight 48,000 pounds. They want their trailers maxed out, which is fine because they need it for, these silos that we're about to blow down to. But at the same time, it's a lot of weight, a lot of wear and tear, especially on these lease roads with your truck. Like this one over a bridge. The roads out here are a bunch of heavy trucks, so the roads aren't the greatest. You'll have patches of highway like now, it's nice and smooth, but then you'll go through like really rough patches. Same on the lease roads. You would talk to H-Town Trucker, look at his videos. He actually has a video of going down the lease road. It was atrocious, and he was absolutely right. I've been on some a lot worse than that. You don't want to speed on these lease roads, like he said. I thought he was BSing. No. A lot of these guys, a lot of the companies have signed speed limits posted because they're leasing onto the land. So a lot of the landowners don't want you to go too fast. You can't go too fast. Most of them are 25. Some of them are lower, but 25 is about average. I don't put that wear and tear. Some of these guys will zip up and down. No, I keep my truck probably about 20, 20 miles an hour max if it's really smooth, which, really smooth. Usually I'm going about 10-15 miles an hour. It's that rough. So not a lot of wear. Like I digress, but like I was saying, I'm putting 48,000 pounds on the back of my truck. Like right now, my load ticket is 48,120 pounds. That's a lot, and I'm only going 100 miles. I'm making it's pretty decent. If we're going to do it by mileage for all you hotshot truckers, it's about, after my cut, yeah, it's about $4 a mile. So it doesn't take long. Actually, a little more than $4 a mile. It's a little more than $4 a mile. If it's 100, it's probably, I'd say, about $4.50, $5 a mile, somewhere in there. But it's not bad for 100 miles. It's okay. Could be better, but it's okay. But for 48,000 pounds, though. So, Rocketship Trucker, again, I'll put his link in the description below. He talks about that and he breaks it down. You're getting, especially when you go over the road, you're getting that further distance. Going longer and hauling more doesn't necessarily mean more money. It's really what you make it. And out here, it's possible because we have such a relaxed time clock. It's not like federal times where I don't even know what it is. It's like 11 hours to drive. I haven't been over the road in a hot minute, but it's like 11 hours to drive, 13 hours on duty time, I think. Again, I'll have to look into that, but it's been a minute since I drove it over the road. If somebody knows anything, put it in the comments below. And out here, there's lease roads exemption. You can turn your clock off when you're blowing down. You don't have to keep your time running. So you can just literally hit off. All your time stops. Texas honors that. While I'm loading up, I can creep. Like my truck will creep under 10, as long as I keep it under 10 miles an hour. There's a lot of little dirty tricks. You can move your truck in the sand yard, and you don't have to run your clock. Going down the lease road, you hit lease road exemption, and it goes to on-duty time instead of drive time. So there's a lot of little tricks and trades that you can I've really learned all this from the old heads out here. But it's been good, man. It's been all right. I'm just ready to make some more money. I'm just ready to make some money. Ready to get some loads. This company it's great. I'll tell you. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I know exactly what happened. They put out a newsletter monthly, and with when I started and me getting loads frequently and where I was at on the list of getting loads, they try to give loads two loads a day. Very possible. So you're averaging about $1,200 a day. You can get that in, depending on where the sand plants are, you can get that, man, in like 6 hours if everything runs right. If everything runs right, you can get that in about 6 hours, man. So they pretty much doubled their drivers and they're running about the same wells. So maybe one a day, but then the wells have been going down and they're not trying to open up any more wells. So it's like, why did you hire all these drivers? I don't know. Not my problem. I'm not going to deal with it. I've got something better. And like I said earlier in the video, when I get over there, I'll take another video and show you what this is about. But this one, I just kind of want to put this out there, like I said earlier, information sharing. Also, I'm a trucker. I just kind of sit here. I'm away from my wife and my kids, and why not? I'm just documenting this. I'm not trying to get rich quick. I'm just trying to share information. And if I can meet some friends and help people along the way, that'd be great. But I have all the time in the world, and I have a bunch of knowledge. So why not share it? Why not put that out into the world and let somebody else capitalize on that? Is that not why we're here? I guess that sounded really hippie, but that's just kind of where my mindset's at, and that's what I'm trying to do with it. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll put it in the comments. I will, once everything gets traction and I kind of see the viewers, you know what? Yeah, I'll go and put it out there, man. Email me. I'll even put it in the link in the description as well. Email me. If you have any questions, man, I'll be more than happy to answer them out here. Put them in the next video, and then again, I'll keep updates going. But yeah, man, let's see where this goes. Try to share it. Try to use this information. It's just kind of general, really broad. If you want me to hone in on something, I've got plethora of knowledge. I've been out here for a little bit, not like H-Town Trucker and them. I've been doing this for a hot minute, but when it comes to sand and stuff, got a plethora of knowledge, decent amount of knowledge, but I can share what I know. Especially if you're trying to get into it, I'll tell you, shoot with you straight, tell you exactly how it's going to be and what it's going to be, and what it's like for a new driver coming into a company. But yeah, that's all I got right now, man. I'm actually about to go blow down. I'm about to pull in the lease road, so I'm about to get off of here, and I'll try to post another video tomorrow, maybe the day after. Especially if I'm sitting, I'll try to post one tomorrow. More than likely, is probably what's going to happen. I'm probably going to be sitting, and we're just going to go from there. We're just kind of trying to keep this rolling. So, all right. In the meantime, y'all be good. Peace.